Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're watching me. Thank you for your continued support. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry that I disappeared on you. For those who are new here, this is Selfa on Mama's Diary. And if you haven't subscribed, please make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please let's have the numbers grow and grow and grow. Now, yeah, I know most guys are wondering why I disappeared. I didn't have a DM. My DM disappeared on me 3 weeks ago, so I've had quite a roller coaster of events the last month or so. But fortunately, I was able to get one, and at least I have a little time on my plate. I can do one or two videos every single time that I get an opportunity. Now, um, I want to talk about something that uh, I felt and I feel that really affects quite a number of people, especially now after COVID and how things have just become so expensive and we don't know what to do. And sometimes you find information and you're wondering, how do I deal with this? So I just want to ask you something. Have you ever considered suicide? Um, hmm, I know someone might not come out and candidly say that, yes, I have considered suicide, or no, I cannot commit suicide, or whatever it is. I mean, everyone is entitled to their own opinion and their own view. But I would like to share my experience. I have considered suicide. Um, Maybe some people don't know this, but my first time to consider suicide was when I was in campus. I had a breakup and I didn't know how to handle it, to say the truth. I just felt I didn't know how to speak about it to the person that I had a breakup with. I don't know. I just couldn't. I didn't know how to go about it, and the only thing I thought of was committing suicide. So, sorry, it took me a lot to just shelve that issue. I sank into depression for quite a while. I lost sleep. I would sleep at 3 a.m., wake up at 6. I was like a zombie, just moving. I couldn't even sleep with lights off. It was terrible. But somehow, with the help of so many guys around me, I got a very good support system and I was able to go past it. Now, recently, I found out something, and I don't even have the strength to talk about it. I am still coming to terms with it. Should I say I'm broken? I have thought about it. I have thought about suicide, to say the truth. I didn't want to cry. I have thought about suicide, to say the truth. And the only thing that just keeps me off suicide is my children. I look at my children and I'm just thinking, who do I leave them with? That's the only reason why I haven't gone with it. My family has been quite supportive. They've been, because I shared the issue with my sister, she's been talking to me about it. And mental health is something that we need to consider. Sorry, when you're talking to someone, when you're trying to give someone advice, please check that what you're doing or what you're telling them is practical. Because let me not talk about that issue because it's really painful. But yes, I'll get through it. My children are they're my heartbeats. And I just look at them every morning and tell myself, no, I can't get on with this. I can't do this. and I have to live for them. Yes, I have considered suicide and I have thought of all the ways and means, and probably I haven't just found a way that will be smooth and not painful. But one thing that I have come to realize, depression is real. You need that emotional support, you need that mental support. So if you know someone who's just not themselves, reach out. You don't know, you might be saving a life. What saved me is because people reached out. My sister reached out, my cousins reached out, and I didn't go through with it. And I can assure you, I'm not going through with it. I will rise up and I will be stronger. So if you know someone who's going through something, don't talk behind their back. Don't try and make yourself look like you're the best, like you have it all under control. No, because you don't know. Today you might have it under control, tomorrow you might not. So it it just takes time to heal. I am not yet healed, but I know I will heal. And maybe one day I will share the story when I have the opportunity. But depression is real. And these days, depression doesn't look like someone who hasn't showered or no. Sometimes you just pick yourself up and you act okay. And when everyone asks you, how are you? You say you're fine. But in real sense, you're dying inside. So my parting shot is, don't be afraid to talk about it. If you're feeling low, don't be afraid to talk about it. I have talked about it. I have talked about my thoughts of suicide and sorry. Um yeah, I feel relieved and people have reached out. My family has been quite supportive. And the fact that I just look at my babies and they just give me the strength to move on, the strength to keep fighting. It doesn't matter how hard it gets. When the going gets tough, the tough get going. And I know with all these things that are going on, COVID and the curveball, and everyone is just wondering, the cost of living has gone high. You find quite a number of people are just committing suicide. Don't judge. You don't know what someone was going through. It's good to listen to them, hear their story, and be their support system. Don't just talk behind their back because you don't know. You actually do not know. And maybe when you know, don't go sharing that information elsewhere. At oh, do you know? Oh, she's going through this. Oh, he's going through this. No. Be your brother's keeper, be your sister's keeper, and just support everyone with what they're going through. And trust me, you can save a life. So I'm reaching out to anyone who feels like they're about to give up. Don't. For what it's worth, you are worth it. You are. You can do it. You can make it. If you feel like you've reached your end, don't. It's time for you to pick yourself up. Sometimes you have to get to the wall. Your back has to get to the wall so that you can move. For an arrow to be launched further, it has to be pulled back. So who knows? Maybe you're just like an arrow being launched very far, but whatever it is pulling you so far behind that you don't realize it. So I'm reaching out to anyone. Don't do it. There's always, you can always reach out to someone who you'll talk to, or you can just be your own strength and just tell yourself that you're going to fight this, you're going to do this, and you're going to be a better you. And as I wind up, just always know that you have someone watching over you. And if you feel like you want to commit suicide, don't. Please just watch this video again and let it be a source of strength for you, that you can do it, not because of anything else, but for yourself. For yourself, you can do this. And I love you guys very much. Thank you for your continued support, and my sincere apologies for disappearing. I'll do my best. I really will. I'm still working on getting better lighting, but yes, we'll make do with what we have. I mean, each day is a growing day. So if you haven't subscribed, please make sure you do. If you haven't liked, please make sure you do. And share. Let me hear you. Let me hear what you're saying, and have a good one.